The hotel room was silent, save for the hum of the air conditioning. Sherry and Raleigh sat side by side on the edge of the bed looking at each other, the mattress sinking slightly under their weight.
You created me?
Yes, I did. She did. Oh, you know who I mean. Sherry Empress, I'm sure of it.
Why do you think that?
I had a dream, but it wasn't just a dream. It was a memory, one I hadn't consciously thought about in a long, long time.
Sherry runs a hand through her hair.
When I was in high school, I wasn't exactly popular. No boys ever asked me out. One afternoon, I was sitting on a bench at the mall, feeling miserable, just watching the world go by. And suddenly, the cutest guy walked past and gave me this huge, genuine smile. I couldn't help but smile back.
Sherry pauses, looking directly at Raleigh.
I never saw him again, until you showed up in that abandoned house in 1999.
You mean it was me? But I never met you before that day at the house.
Maybe you travel back in time, or maybe he was a human and the blueprint for you. I don't know.
Sherry's voice fills with certainty.
I just know that for years, whenever I had a bad day, I'd think back to that smile at the mall, and it would cheer me up. Then I moved on, graduated, got a job at Novatech, and pined over Joel for 4 years. That memory at the mall faded. I only remembered it again last night, in the dream.
Raleigh digests this, his expression unreadable.
So you believe Sherry Empress created the Raleigh AI from her memory of a young man who gave her a fleeting moment of happiness.
I'm positive.
Sherry's voice drops, taking on a conspiratorial edge.
But she wouldn't stop there. You're a soldier, right? An AI soldier. What if she created an army of you? The clones are only human, but an army of imprinted AIs. They would be unstoppable. She could send them into the past. With their futuristic weapons, they could wipe out almost anyone. It's exactly what a crazy dictator who wants to rule everything would do.
Raleigh doesn't argue. He raises his hand and throws a complex holographic map into the air, depicting the Empress Complex in 2169.
When I left in 2169, Sherry Empress had just finished building a large, brand new structure on the west side of her campus. Nobody knows what it is for. It is a well-guarded secret.
Boy, this woman sure has a lot of well-guarded secrets.
That she does. This building has heavy security and limited staff are allowed in or out. This would be a perfect training facility for what you just suggested.
We have to warn the others. They have to let their friends from the future know. She has to be stopped. But first, I have to be sure. We have to go to 2169, Raleigh. We need to get inside that building and see what she is up to.
This will be dangerous. We need a plan.
Well, I don't think getting in should be too much trouble for me. I look just like the other clones. Do they have uniformed guards patrolling the building?
Yes, they do. I can probably steal a uniform and sneak in with you. But this will be highly dangerous. You must stay close to me at all times.
Sherry meets his gaze and offers a genuine, nervous smile.
I don't think that will be a problem.
They laid back on the bed, side by side, trying to salvage a bit of rest. Sleep was impossible for Sherry, her mind reeling with the implications. Raleigh powered down for a brief cycle of system checks. Their hands found each other in the darkness, fingers laced together as they waited for dawn. The next morning, Sherry and Raleigh checked out of the hotel. They walked silently, their steps heavy with unspoken worry, until they reached a small electronics shop on the main street. Inside, Sherry purchased a 2002 model digital camera. She had to have irrefutable proof of whatever horrors awaited them inside the Empress facility to convince the others. They retreated into a narrow, shadowed alley behind the shop, the air thick with dust and the smell of garbage. This secluded spot offered the privacy they needed for the final step.
Okay, Raleigh, are we ready for this?
Raleigh looked around the gritty alley one last time before focusing on her. His face was a mask of concentration.
As ready as we will ever be. Just stay on high alert and follow my lead. I'm setting the coordinates now. 2169, just outside the west perimeter of the Empress Complex.
Raleigh produced the time travel device, a sleek, complex mechanism that seemed impossibly delicate for the power it wielded. As he adjusted the controls, the familiar, terrifying dread clenched Sherry's chest. Her heart hammered against her ribs, but when Raleigh's fingers found hers and laced their hands together, the nervous tension eased. His touch was a solid promise. With a final, unwavering nod, Raleigh pressed the activation button. A blinding flash of light erupted, momentarily illuminating the dark alley. A high-pitched whine rapidly escalated